Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about the last video I made entitled, Why Your Narcissist Parent Prevented You from Getting a Driver's License. And for those of you that haven't watched it yet, I will put a link for it in the description box below. And the reason for me making a video about this previous video I made is the comments. The comments really let me know how big this narcissistic abuse problem is. Here's a great example. Though all of you almost have the same exact story in some form or another as mine. But if you had a golden child sibling, he or she got their license at the normal time of 16. Where we the scapegoat were made to struggle. Well, something I didn't mention in my video is this happened to me as well. And though I left this part out of this video, many of you added it in your comment as this being your experience. Well, I'm here to confirm that part of things happened to me as well. And I wanted to reply to each and every one of you, especially on this video. But it was just too much. It really hit me. It hit me more than ever before. This is a big problem in our world. And that we are truly living in the matrix. A matrix of abuse. And though there are many out there that live happy lives and have happy families, our society is largely built up on lies, gaslighting, and manipulation. And we are just a group of people that can see these lies more clear and better than the average person. Because of our experience. Our experience that we are coming to learn isn't so unique. And I believe there are still many out there that haven't come across such videos as of yet, that are going through this problem right now. There were some commenters where their narcissist mother or father would steal or manipulate money saved for a car out of their young hands. It's just sick. But right now, somewhere there are millions. And I have no doubt millions of boys and girls growing up in such hell. It's hell because you feel like you're in a mental, yet physical prison. A prison with no bars. But the warden, or in this case your parent or parents, is manipulating reality right in front of your eyes. Mistreating you. All the while they say they are treating you well. And you just don't know what you're talking about. And as you beg and plead for what is right. And what is right never comes. It never comes. You feel like your soul is slowly dying. I know this is going to sound really corny. Really corny. But you know. In comic book land, where a young boy or girl has a tragedy happen to him or her, and they vow to not let that same tragedy happen to another little boy or girl. Well, I and many of you have that same feeling. That sick feeling inside this is happening right now to an innocent child. A child that was born into this mess. Just trying to stay afloat. Now though I've known for a while we aren't alone. This time in the comment section, it just struck me. It really struck me. This is a very specific thing. And something you would think it's very common. But yet it appears to be very common. And I think a lot more common than we think. And the way this world is going. With narcissism. Or world-induced narcissism. Taught narcissism. Encouraged narcissism. Evil is on the rise. It's sadly becoming the norm. But if you speak up about it, you are the one in the wrong. You are the one that is misjudging things. The same narcissistic tactics that was used on us is now being used on everyone. We live in a world where we are rewarding those that will go along with evil. Just for fake love and acceptance by this evil world. And the ones that stand up and say, why is this happening? You know this isn't right, don't you? We become the scapegoats. And because it's on the rise. This evil Jezebel narcissistic spirit is taking over a lot of people. And once they let it take them over, they will fall into the patterns of enjoying having power over others. And enjoying the suffering of others. And that includes their own children. Yes. Our narcissist parent or parents prevented us from getting a driver's license for as long as they did. Because they didn't want us to leave the nest. Because we were a good source of narcissistic supply for them. And they didn't want us to figure out what freedom was really like. But with that being said, these sick beings really enjoyed our suffering and pain and supply we gave them. I mean, they really enjoyed it. And I believe those that are being indoctrinated by this narcissistic Jezebel spirit are in the same way acquiring a specific taste for the suffering and pain of their very own children. And one of those things that creates the most pain in a child is to kill their dreams. Make them feel like they are stuck and not progressing. Make it hard for them to explore their talents and get good at them. And to isolate them and make them feel like they are completely alone. And these sick beings just sit back and watch us. Or in this case, their children. They watch their children lose their minds. And they enjoy it. And once this taste is good and flavorful to them, or they deem it to be good and flavorful, it's on. It's on. They will keep doing such horrible things, creating new manipulations and bad situations where their children will continue to feel trapped and in pain, so they can feed again and again. That being said, though we live in difficult times, it's up to us to get this information out there. Can you imagine if you or I were armed with this information when we were young? Boy oh boy. I would have done many things differently. That being said, look around. We live in a predatory world, where the mindset of the narcissist is promoted, and the pain of others is seen as commonplace. When people read about certain tragic news stories publicly, I'm still shocked when I hear people laughing and making jokes, as if they have no regard for human life. I know I'm rambling a bit here, but it goes back to knowing we aren't alone. And when you know that, you can more easily see what's going on around us. And what happened to us was and is wrong. And it was indeed done on purpose. To manipulate, to control, and to enslave our minds and souls, so they could feed on our pain like a darn leech. But there's more of us, locked in mental cages all across the world. Right now, they are still in a cage. And it's this information, no matter who's saying it, is the key. The key to freedom. The key to understanding they aren't alone. And the key to self-betterment and a new life. A new life. Though there are still narcissists in the world. And because of that, they develop a new life with boundaries. Your comments really did something emotionally to me. I wanted to respond, but I just couldn't. And I just had to emotionally decompress and take it all in. When reading your comments, I pictured each and every one of you as just kids, going through what you described. That being said, the amount of value in you telling your story is priceless. Priceless to me. Priceless to yourself. And priceless to others. When others read your comments and hear your words, or listen to your videos, not just mine, it's like handing them a key. A key I believe the Most High God has given us to give to others. And becoming free can be scary. And that's why your comments, words, and videos are there to help. You see, I think we've found out narcissistic abuse is a part of our life. It doesn't define us, but it's always there. And many of us find great relief in the ability to relate and talk to others that have gone through the exact same thing. Iron sharpening iron. And we all need sharpening from time to time. Especially the newly free. Because they are truly in a vulnerable stage of their recovery, where it might be too much to take and they fall back under the brainwashing. And what is preventing that? It's the Most High God guiding you to share your stories. Even if it's a small comment. That comment I will bet changed a life. And as well as it got you to think about a few things. And along with relate to others and getting things off of your chest. We are all in this fight together. We all have golden keys in our hands. Let's keep using them to unlock the chains that are on the innocents' lives. Well, that's all I have for now. Let's keep fighting the good fight. Let's keep praying for wisdom. Let's keep praying for strength. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.